Hi, Bo here from High Tech Investment, and welcome back to the channel where today we're actually going to start on our website, and hopefully you have seen this one already. This combines a few things from our YouTube channel. We basically put all our projects together on this particular website in here, and that way you can easily find all the individual videos. You can try and compare what it is that we are doing already. A lot of people seem to have missed this one here once in a while, and that's why we continue to refer back to it, because it's one of the best ways to get a complete overview of our portfolio that we are currently running. So there's obviously a couple of ways that you can get to the new details that we're going to talk about today, because the whole subject here is our Wave Liberator, and we actually have had our hands on this particular EA for quite a few months now. It had a different life in the beginning. It had a different name also, so as the Prop Cruncher or Prop Crusher. So it had a few different names until we came up and basically finished the beta version itself, and then it turned into the Liberator series. So there is both the RSR, and there's also now here the Wave Liberator, and the Wave Liberator is the one we have focused on here, especially in the beginning. And we're going to show you some of the results, and we're also going to show you exactly where you can find everything. Because in here, you, as always, can scroll down. You can find a couple of different portfolio of opportunities that will take you here. You can obviously see the different sections that we have within the website, or you can go and click the portfolio button up here. All of them will basically take you into the portfolio of opportunities, where you see a lot of other of our projects in here that we are currently running and testing and basically evaluating at all times. But today we're going to just focus on the Wave Liberator, and again here formerly known, as you can see here, as the Prop Cruncher. EA robot aimed to trade the Forex market, producing great results, and especially with low drawdowns. Now the low drawdowns was a part of trying to set it up for FTMO trading or proprietary trading, and that's also what we explain in here. Now it's not necessarily built like that anymore. So the Wave Liberator, again, so as we said, it is designed to trade the Forex market, and during beta test it was named the Prop Cruncher. It was basically created to try and aim for traders to access the proprietary market in here. But obviously as the testing went along, we figured out this is actually quite difficult to try and obtain. So within the parameters, even though there's no time limitation anymore, most of the drawdowns is still maximized at 5%, and that can be difficult enough to try and work within. Now what we have done is we have tried to give you a bit of feedback information on what we actually have, how we started off with all of this here. And again, we're not recommending this for FTMO trading, but obviously you can demo trade it yourself. We also find some details in here where we started off back then with 16 different currency pairs. Now you can actually use them individually. So back then we had 3 different signals from the copy link service, and that was all we had at that particular time. And those are the videos that are basically running below here, and you can see a lot more details on them. So cover it from our early beta testing for the first phase, and then the second phase launch in here. Now since then we have quite a few details added, and some of the layouts is very similar to what we have previously done with the Profit Retriever. What you will see here is we have the top traded currencies for each week shared, similar to what we had here. The difference is now that we are not running or basically posting this as a $10,000 account. Yes, we are trading on $10,000 account still, but we have changed the concept a bit, because we believe that the Wave Liberator can actually be traded on a $1,000 account instead of the Profit Retriever that required a lot more capital. It was extremely heavy on the drawdown from time to time, and you can limit this on the Wave Liberator also. Having a quick look at the individual weeks, you can see week 42 here, $271 or 5.4%. As you said, the numbers are quite low, but now consider that this is actually coming from individual $1,000 accounts, and all of a sudden you can see the percentage here from the individual ones. On a weekly part you have 9.4, and on an average again here you have 7.1% in average per week. Obviously that is quite a heavy one. And for week 44, again, $562 or 11.2% overall. Some of them is creating up to 18% also here on a weekly basis. And then week 45, bit on the lower side, but then again, who wouldn't be happy with having somewhere around 4 to 7% or even 6% or $302 in every single week just by trading these particular results. And again, if you are taking this into 5 times $1,000 account out of the $5,000 that you invested on that particular week here, even though this was a very bad week, you got $302. So that is definitely still improved in my book. And if you have a look at just the numbers overall here, 271, 352, 562, and 300, already here, you are well within more than 1,000. So just for those particular weeks. So again, about 20% or so, it is a possibility with this one. And further down here, we also have the individual months, which provides a bit better solution. Back then, August was obviously not a full month, and that's also why you see the numbers as they are here. $336 or 6.7%. And if we go to September, September was even better, of course. 5 signals again, $1,000 accounts, and you can see they are doing somewhere on a monthly basis between 15 and 23%. Average 19.8 or $990. Or if we take the Liberator version here for October, top 5 EAs, again 1,062 and 21.3%. Again, when you are trading it on $1,000 accounts. Further down on the website here, you also have the portfolio, because we are trading currently 10 EAs in this particular portfolio. We will be adding more and more to it as we go along. And obviously also down here, you can see more details of exactly some of the crucial things that, again, we are mentioning here, that the amounts listed below specifically designed for trading on a $10,000 account, ensuring it operates within the required 5% drawdown limit. Yes, it's not a guarantee. We are trying to ensure that it can keep within that particular one. And obviously we can have a closer look at a couple of the accounts that we have in here. There is also a few things at the bottom. Again, if people are looking for brokers, IC Market is definitely one of the best ones out here. We also have VPS Forex Trader that we now have used for several years, and we are very happy with the VPS support in there. It might not be the cheapest one of them around, but I can certainly assure you that it is a very, very stable provider, and that is one of the most important things that you can basically have. So when it comes to Forex trading. So maybe we should have a look at one of the lists here. All these, similar to the profit retriever site that we have, will lead you to FXBlue. And if you click on the Euro Swiss francs in here, so when we arrive at the site here, you can see the Euro Swiss francs. So this is the graph that we have been nicely moving upwards here. Total balance for this particular account is 10,651. The account started off as 10,000, as I mentioned here before. Equity is 10,646. So at the moment, floating profit is in minus $4.66. Close profit 651. And then the free margin 10,487. And if we have a closer look at some of the details further down here, we can see the total return 6.5%. Again, this is on a $10,000 account, so that is why FXBlue is doing this. If you want to trade this on $1,000, you can actually see it's already done. 65% monthly return would then also be calculated. Instead of 2.3, will be calculated to 23% monthly profits on a $1,000 account. So continue to keep that in mind. And then trade wins 73.7, so extremely good and very high. And history already 82 days, so quite a lot of history we have in here. So obviously a very good signal. Orders we have at the moment. So should have been 1, but again, this is weekend. There you go. So it's showing up. It's a bit on the slow side. And if we have a look at the stats in here, then furthermore, we should be able to see what it has produced. Again, weekly returns, you can see all the details in here, floating profits. If we have a quick look at winning days 39, winning weeks is 12, and winning months is 4. Closed trades 56 so far, winning trades 56, losing 20. And again, so it's looking quite well. Best month 294, but we can have a look at the weekly returns. Net profit is in here every week. It's been cashing it quite nicely. Beginning it was a bit on the lower side, so basically we started them off and then trying to adjust them to market conditions, and also as we learned the robot, you can see the profit is slowly but surely going up. The changes in percentage every single week, and again some of the percentage in here when you now convert them over to a $1,000 account, it's about 8%. But again, monthly profits are a bit more on the stable side. This was the first month, so not a full month that we put it on here. September 235, and then October 294, and well on the way already to further. And if we have a look at the percentage in here, 2.3 will be 23%, 2.9 will be 29%. So definitely some very good numbers in here. Going on to the chart, can also see that good and stable, but we also want to have a closer look and see exactly how well it has done on the drawdown in here. And obviously it is not the perfect one, so for FXBlue, but you can see there has been a bit of a drawdown, so about 380 down to 0. This one here might be slightly bigger, and basically what we want to do here is try and just swap over to the MQL5 that we have in here. And again, we find the Euro Swiss francs. So this one here says 7% at the moment. It's at, the account is at 11,000. It has been running for 12 weeks. And you can see the drawdown is at 4%. And you can see many of the other accounts that we have here. You can see the growth. Some have been started, but hasn't produced that much. And you can see the drawdowns over here. They are a lot of them in green. Then you have a few which is the profit retriever, so ignore those ones. What we want to have a look at is the Euro Swiss francs, just to have a look and see exactly where we are. Again, 7%. We can see the maximum drawdown 4.4, so that's perfect. 100% computer trained. Profit trade 74, losing trades 26, and trading activity is about 65. Max deposit load 12.3. So again, obviously very good percentage numbers overall. And if we have a look at the graph, we can see again that it made 0.3% and then 2.34, 2.87, and November is a bit lower, and year to date 6.5. So again, it's pretty okay for the FTMO trading here, so it keeps within the limits. And if we also have a quick look at the drawdown here, see it was at the highest one, 4.42, and then we made some adjustments. We continue to do adjustments all the time based on the markets, and also, as we know, the EA getting better and better, and trying to get some more stable settings overall. And that definitely looks very, very good. And obviously that is what's important here. So if we just jump back to our website here for a second, the next one we could take is the British Pounds USD right in the middle here. So we click that one and we should be able to get the FXBlue site up here. So another account, the graph looks very nice. Balance 10,575. So again, $10,000 account in here. And then the equity at the moment is the same. Looks like we have no open trades whatsoever. Close profits is fine. And then if we go down and have a closer look, we can see total returns 5.8. Or again, if we have $1,000 account at 58%, monthly returns is 2, or in other case it will be 20. Weekly returns 0.5, and then trade win 67.3%, so still very good. So anything above 65 is pretty okay. Also history in here, 83 days, so it looks reasonable well. And if we have a look at the stats itself again on it, so to have a look and see how well we are doing, you will see that the stats here for the weekly returns, monthly returns, these are the same ones as we had before. And then we look at the returns down here again. days, winning days, 44. We had one losing day in here. Looks like could have been a swap or something else. So 2.66 weeks, 12 winning weeks, 4 winning months, closed trades 72 won and 35 lost in here. So not too bad at all. And best month 215. But let's have a look at the weekly results. Again, net profit. Individual weeks, we are making 14, 70, 65. So again, it is getting better and better. And the last week was very good here with 64 or 0.7% just for a week. There's another 1.7% in here. Let's have a closer look at the month. So that gives a better overview. So that is a bit more wobbly. 72, 215, 189. And now we are currently looking at 98 over here, so hopefully we'll do better than last month in it. And if we have a quick look on the chart, also this one here looks obviously very, very good. You can have a look at the drawdown again in here. So we have a big one not too long ago. So this one here we also adjusted to. So let us just jump back for a sec, basically finding the Great British Pound USD. We have it down here. See again the 6% growth in here, and then the balance 11,000 done 12 weeks so far, 94 trades, and then 68% trade wins, and then that's where we have the drawdown of 6%. So let's see exactly how that worked out. Again, 6% up here. We can see again it's on a demo account. It's 1 to 200. Maximum drawdown 6.3, so definitely too much for FTMO proprietary trading. Profitable trades 68%, trading activity 35, so quite low. Max deposit load 4.2, so that is pretty okay. And then we look at the graph here, 0.73, 2.14, 1.84, 0.94, and then overall 5.76. Or again, if you are trading it on a 1,000 account, then it will be 57.6%. Let's go and have a look at the balance. Let's have a look at the equity. And again, this is the issue down here. Let's have a look, turn it around. We can see the previous month, we only managed 2.67. Small little spike here, 1.66, and here 3.42. And everything looked very, very nice. And then all of a sudden we got one here at 4.19, and then an additional one, 6.35. So obviously not ideal. And again, we are adjusting from time to time, but hopefully this will still keep some of the smaller accounts alive. But obviously, even if you are going into the copy link service, you can actually dial it either up and down depending on the risk strategy and exactly how much of a deposit load you're gonna put with this each individual EA. Now moving back to the website again, if we just scroll up, we passed this Wave Liberator portfolio overview before, and I obviously wanted to save this one until the end of the video here, because the individual accounts that you saw down here, and you just saw 2 of them right now, we have gathered this up in a Wave Liberator portfolio because again, the EA is best performed similar to the profit retriever. In a portfolio, you continue to develop with new currency pairs in here. And as you can see, we are doing individual currency pairs. We don't have an EA that are actually trading, 16 different currency pairs, even though you can limit the Wave Liberator. So with just 2 or 3 pairs at the maximum, we prefer to do a lot of them, and we prefer to maximize them on the settings themselves, and then you can mix them on the portfolio in here. And if we click that particular link, you will see this section up here, and this is now the full portfolio that is showing the results. And again, trade history for this portfolio we have in here is 83 days. You can see the weekly profits at 0.4 and monthly returns 1.8. And a quick look again, so monthly returns is about 18% if you put all of them in here together. And let's have a look at the chart. So the chart looks very nice this time around. As we said, now that if you would have been running this on a $10,000 account, you would have made up already 4,000, or if you again would have traded instead here on a $100,000 account, for your FTMO or proprietary trading, you would have made about 4,000 so far. So you'll be halfway to your target as of right now. If we have a closer look at the weekly part, again in here, you can see it's starting to make a bit more sense. They are a bit more stable. So again, a couple of hundred every single week, 200 or 300. Again, 200, 200, 300. And then the prior week here was a massive one of 765 in just 1 week. And then again, overall, when some EAs are down, other ones are up. So 413 so far for that particular week. And that is also a close week, by the way. If we have a look at the month, first month, 440 for that portfolio, then 1,200, 1,300, and now 1,000. And obviously, we're not even halfway through our trading yet for this particular month. It looks better and better. And we did have 10 in there from the beginning, but obviously a few of them we had was a bit on the high side for the drawdown. So we basically adjusted them and set up a couple of new accounts to make sure that things were looking okay. Now, again, you can see all the individual accounts that we have here. Which ones, you can see a few of them. These are the new ones that hasn't made so much. We have another one here. It's also doing quite well. And overall, they are all very much in profit, as you can see in here. That is the most important thing about this particular EA. It is doing extremely well. So there you have it, our first Wave Liberator results. They have now been revealed to you. You can go on our website. You can have a closer look at all the individual currency pairs. You can have a look at our portfolio. And soon we will also make these available for the Expert Forex forum in here. So you can use them for copy trading. They are not available and ready yet. But we're going to go out here shortly and tell Alex we are ready to add these in here. We are not exactly sure how he can set them up. Maybe he can set them up as they look like a $1,000 account. So you can go and have a look at the real results in here. But time will tell. So far, this is simply just to show you what the Wave Liberator can do, what we have managed to do with it. We're extremely happy for the low, basically, drawdowns you have in here. And again, you don't necessarily have to run this on a $1,000 account. You can use 2,000 or 3,000 depending on your own way of managing your risk strategy in here. But definitely the Wave Liberator is here to stay. It's doing an extremely good job so far. No accounts has been blown due to the very, very low drawdown in here. And that is definitely what most traders are looking for. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a thumbs up and a like. And hopefully I'll see you on one of my next videos. So until then, bye-bye.